Hello everyone, good to have you during this call. We are super happy to launch our new meeting planner campaign called Let's Make It, which is inspired by the initiative that has been driven in the MIAPAC region. And we took this mechanism a bit the way we did Choice is Yours last year for Fairmont only. But yeah, adapted from this campaign, and we fully branded Fairmont and Raffles. So we would like today to show you this new campaign and how you will be able to use that tactically at your hotel level. But first of all, it was important also to do a refresher on Meeting Planner because you will see there are a few updates and ongoing projects that are coming around the program. So we are very happy. I will show you the speaker to all these two sessions. So Gulia on the middle, in the middle, sorry, Gulia was presenting for the MIAPAC session this morning, so she will not be on the call today. However, we have the pleasure to have with us today Angela, who you probably already know. She's our loyalty program manager in NCA, expert on those loyalty topics. So very happy to have Angela to present with me today. And you know myself, obviously, on the left. So that's the speaker of the day. And I give you a small hint. There will be a surprise guest from the hotel that will present us some best practice. So the way this call will be articulated today, so as I told you, we will do a full recap because we have some new hotel openings, we have some new joiner in the sales community. We would like everyone to be fully aligned on what is the program first, reminding you the key KPI and the key information you need to know about Meeting Planner. Angela will take you through the program. Then I will take the part of the Let's Make It campaign to explain you the offer, the mechanism, the assets that we will put at your disposal, the tactical aspect on the usage, the landing pages, the QR code, and the full process, of course, on this offer. As I told you, we made sure we had the chance to have some hotel presenting best practices. So this morning we were having Melissa from Fairmont Singapore. She was presenting us the best practice of the Fairmont Singapore. She will not be in the call in this session, but I will still present some of the key items she presented because I think it's beneficial for everyone. However, in this call, we have the chance to have Erwin, from Fairmont Whistler. And Erwin will present us the best practice at hotel level. And those two hotels are really in the top performer when it comes to meeting planner with 16 million of revenue for Fairmont Singapore and a bit less than 7 or 8 for Whistler. So definitely very valuable information that will be shared from them. After those three key pillars, we will do a kind of wrap-up around the meeting planner, touching point on some key elements such as the ACDC, the enrollment, the hotel link, some few information that you may need to know at hotel level, especially on the operation-wise. The importance of the champion role. We think it's key for hotels like Raffles and Fairmont on the luxury scope, with some bigger team than the mid-scale eco colleague, to have a designated champion that can take all these tasks and make sure that the program is well followed at hotel level, tracking the KPI, monitoring the performance. So that's very important. We will highlight it. It's part of the success of the hotel, of the performance of the program. And then we will open the floor for Q&A. Angela and myself and anyone on the call will be also able to answer and to help you if you have any question. You will see that we have already a set list of Q&A that we will share with you, along with some key document and slide and resources, links, sales operation toolkit, all the familiar links and resources that you may need after the call. Obviously, I'm recording this session, so we will be able to share it with anyone that couldn't attend, and we will provide you tomorrow in an email the full presentation, the press, the recording, the assets, the links, anything that you may need. Okay, so that's the schedule of the day of the call. Let me give back the mic to Angela for the presentation of meeting planner. I will just skip my mic so you.
Thank you, Ben. Okay, so starting off with what is Meeting Planner exactly? So, Meeting Planner, it's a free loyalty dedicated offer for organizers of meetings, group bookings, professional or personal events. So that could obviously be business meetings, weddings, social events, things like that. And they are rewarded for every spend that they make within the hotel services for their event. So all meeting planner members, they earn one status point and one reward point at the same time for every €2 spend, which is, I believe, approximately in USD terms, I believe it's approximately 2.08, I believe. Um, so to benefit from the All Meeting Planner, they must actually join Meeting Planner by first enrolling in All. So even though Meeting Planner is its own program, it's actually really an extension of All. So of course the guest must first become a member of All, and then within their All membership, they're actually registering for Meeting Planner within that same registration. So that PMID, that membership number, is the exact same for their All membership as well as their Meeting Planner membership. So that's something to keep in mind as well. And there are two ways to join, one online and one through the hotel. So it's a free lifelong membership. There are no subscription fees, and as of, I believe it was end of August of last year, Central removed that 2-year expiry on meeting planners. So once they sign up once, it'll be on their all account for as long as they have their membership and continue to enjoy our hotels. Like I did mention, for every €2 spend, or approximately 2.08 USD, equals one reward point, one status point. Unlimited number of events. So there is no cap on limitations in how many events our meeting planners can organize. And the great thing about meeting planner or being a meeting planner is that they can actually transfer for their points to other all members. So they can register up to 15 beneficiaries per year and make up to 30 transfers per year. So again, if they have friends and family staying, or if they want to gift some points to friends who just got married, things like that, it's just another way of selling the program. And points do not expire as long as they have an eligible event or stay within 12 months since when they earned their last amount of points. So, like I said, it could be a stay. It doesn't have to necessarily be another event. So, if they only hold one event per year, they just have to stay at one of our hotels and they can extend the validity of their points. It also works through the outside of a stay offer. So, I know within North America, we call it limitless dining, golf, and spa. Everywhere else, I believe it's called earn outside of a stay. So, dine at one of our restaurants, have a treatment at the spa, and they can also extend the validity of their points. And multiple ways to use their points for redemption. So, any of the redemption options our regular all members have. Also have the same redemption options for meeting planners. So stays. So redemption starts at 1,000 points for €20 off, and then it jumps to thresholds of 2,000. So 2,000 points equals €40 off, 4,000 points equals €80 off, so on and so forth. And that's discounts on our hotels, including the rate. They can go eat at one of your hotel managed restaurants, charge it to the room, and then use points to take money off their meal. So it's kind of a great redemption option. Eligible events. So meeting and events, of course, qualify. Hotel accommodation qualifies for points. Food and beverage, as long as it's tied to a meeting room or the group room block. And private social events. So like I just mentioned, weddings, family reunions, essentially, as long as the group is 8 participants within on peak night in the group room block, or 8 participants within the meeting room booked, it qualifies for meeting planner points. And like I did mention about redemption, of course, future stays I mentioned, limitless experiences. So those are those curated experiences that money can't pay for, that can be found on the website. They can redeem for any of the retail merchandise we have available through all.com. They can save with our partners as well as donate to charitable donations available on all.com as well. And the value of all meeting planner points. So it is the highest level of generosity. For every €2 spend, like I said, it's one reward point, one status point. There is no earn cap. However, very specifically, except for Fairmont outside of Pacific, there is an earn cap of 60,000 status points and reward points when it comes to the standard offer. Um, and just to kind of give you an example here, demonstrating a case of a $100,000 event, as you can see here, kind of the breakdown of the points that members would receive from Marriott, IHG, Hilton, and Hyatt, and then us. What I really want you to pay attention to in this graph is the total value of points earned. Again, for that exact same amount through Marriott, IHG, Hilton, and Hyatt, that amount goes from $300 up to $800. Whereas in our program, that exact same amount spent is actually worth $1,100 in redemption value in our hotels, which is huge. A lot of the time I'll have hotels ask, Angela, we're losing business to the Marriott down the street. They're offering them, hundreds of thousands of points. What can we do? Well, educate them. You can absolutely show them this and say, listen, it doesn't matter how many points you're actually receiving. It's what is the points worth in redemption that really matters. So again, our program is truly the richest when it comes to redemption and the value of our points. And how to calculate eligible revenue. So this is very straightforward. Just for any of the hotels that aren't dealing in euros, if you have your local currency amount, you're going to first always convert it to euros. So in this case, this event is 10,000 euros. Now we know for every €2 spent equals 1 point. So 10,000 reward points divided by 2, we know that this member earned 5,000 reward points. And the cost to hotels. So hotels are charged €0.02 per point earned. So in this case, it's only going to cost the hotel €100 for this event, which is approximately only 1% of the revenue coming in. So it's very good for hotels to offer this benefit. And I will hand it back over to Ben, who will take you through the Let's Make It campaign.
Thank you, Angela. So I will take it back. So I think the slide about the calculation compared to the other brands, it's an important one that you can keep in mind because the number of points somehow can be misleading, but what matters at the end is the value of the points and the percentage of generosity that the brand is offering to the partner, so to the client. Important one. So when it comes to the Let's Make It campaign, I will show you what we have been doing with the team. We have worked with the marketing team, with the digital team in order to be able to present this campaign. As I said, it's inspired by the Mia Pack campaign, but we fully branded Raffles and Fairmont. So the idea is to have, with the Let's Make It, to have one offer to drive the performance and revenue across our hotel. It's organized around 3 taglines that you will be able to pick up. So the let's make it a party, let's make it a celebration, let's make it rewarding. So it can cover any type of event, the social event, the wedding, the meetings, the convention, seminar, anything around the group business. When it comes to the campaign duration, it's important to note that it will be valid until 31st December 25. So for any event that are registered, booked, held by 31st of December 25, the client will be planner will be eligible. We keep it always on. It's an always on campaign. It's a tactical campaign. So from tomorrow, when we launch it, to the end of the year, it will be fully valid. The terms and conditions, you will see, by the way, during this presentation, there are a lot of small links that will be added where you can refer to the right document. But just for you to know, the terms and conditions of the program don't change with this campaign. It's the same. You still have a cap for the Fairmont outside of Asia, where there is a 60,000 status and reward points cap. So this is still in place, important for you to know. When it comes to the double reward points, so you will see, we will show you exactly the step, but the member must register in order to activate these 2 times reward point. There is a cap, there is no minimum spend, however, there is a maximum cap. So the cap is 50,000 when it comes to the double point. The point will be credited the month following the event payment, and we have, we are funding as a brand, Fairmont and Raffles are funding the double reward points. Important for you to know. The offer detail, again, one summary you will see. I will send you, and the link are clickable. This will be the landing page when you flash the QR code on the flyer that you can find the registration page. This is the one we have built with the team, specific to Fairmont and Raffles. Reminding you the detail of the offer, but I think it's pretty clear for everyone. So by 31st of December 25, in terms of eligibility and timing, all Raffles and Fairmont participating to the All Meeting Planner program can participate, obviously, and eligible event, obviously, same as the Meeting Planner program. So business group, convention, seminar, corporate meetings, social event, birthday celebration, anniversary, weddings. As long as it's up to 8 participants, it's an eligible event, and it's up to you to use the program and the tactical campaign. Alors, important slide. There is 2 slides. This one, it's the customer journey when it comes to existing members. So I'm talking on existing member, meaning those clients are already all member and all meeting planner member. For them, it's a quick thing. They need to activate. So when you show them the flyer, they will flash the QR code. They will need to, when they come to this page, activate the offer. You will see there is a small button on the right with the arrow. When you click on activate this offer, it will, make sure that this customer, this planner, is fully activated on the campaign detail. So that's important to know. Pretty easy for the existing member. However, for the new member, the process is a bit more complicated. The client needs to be enrolled first on the all loyalty program, so the normal loyalty program. Second, they need to be enrolled as a meeting planner, all meeting planner member. Every time we gave you the links in case you don't have it already, so it's centralized into one document. So we have the all loyalty link to enroll to all. We have the join now button to link to the meeting planner program, and then of course they will still need to activate the campaign. Just for you to know, and this is something we mentioned earlier today on the call with Miapak, we also think that this process is not very smooth, and we would like to improve it. So we are working with Paris. There will be an improvement to this process by September or end of September. We will merge the step number 1 and 2 so that any all loyalty member will be directly enrolled to Meeting Planner automatically. So client will not have to sign up 2 times in order to be eligible and to receive their points with Meeting Planner. So it's a great improvement, and it will come by September. But for the time being, starting tomorrow, if you register a new client, still remember it needs to be an all member plus all Meeting Planner member. It needs to enroll to both before activating the tactical offer. Okay, I hope it's clear. You can refer to the slide, existing client journey and new member journey. We gave you some the links to the landing pages. If you would like to refer to it, we have one version in English for pretty much everyone, but we also did one French version, especially for the Canada or the Quebec area, where it's compulsory, I think, to have some offer in French when it comes to contracting. So you have an available French page where you can that you can use with your client if needed. The assets. So we have worked with the marketing brand in order to create those assets for you and give a bit more test and option when it comes to the design. So those pictures have been fully approved and branded with the Raffles and the Fairmont marketing team. You will see, so we kind of give a kind of different look and feel for the two brands, but very nice campaign that you will be able to use. The links are on the slide, but again, will be in the email also or in the SharePoint meeting planner. You know where to find it, but we will share it with you by email. So hotel will be able to use them and customize them. I will show you the right after. When you access the flyer, those templates are editable, and you will be able to modify the meeting benefits, the percentage of your master bill. That's the two elements that you will be able to modify. Okay, so depending on your hotel, your market, your client, you are able to really customize the offer. Use that as a tactical tool, depending on your period needs, depending on your type of client. Sometimes client from a certain industry, or if it's the end client, the planner, the third party, to whoever you are showing that, you can customize the benefit that you offer at your own hotel level. If it's something around the point, the spa, the F&B, different type of offer that you may have at your hotel to trigger, and to show some attractiveness to the client. You are fully able to customize that in the template. This part is fully editable. When it comes to the percentage of the master bill, we really would like to encourage you to use it. It's up to you. You don't need to put 30%. You have the possibility, of course, from 5 to more. But depending again on your period needs and the current practice and the exchange with the third party or the planner, depending on what they are asking for, you can use that as a tool. If they are asking for more commission or those kind of practice, you can use that as a leverage and say, okay, but I'm giving you, for example, a 10% rebate on your master bill. And of course, use that tactically with your pricing in order to be very attractive and to compete with any offer that the competition may have. So that's ready for you to play. Use it tactically. And when it comes to the 2x reward points and the QR code that leads to activate the offer, this is mandatory. You cannot modify it. And as I said, the 2x reward points anyway will be funded by the brand. So it's fully on us. So don't worry about that, but you cannot modify it on the flyer. The only two parts that will be editable will be the master bill and the benefit. So it gives you, and then you can pick up the flyer that you prefer. We have a range of 6 or 8 flyer per brand that can help you to pick up the one you prefer, depending on the type of event also. All right, so hotel best practices. So we are very happy today to have some voice from the hotel, from the ground, from the operation, the one that are in touch with the client, that know even better than us how to use those leverage, those tools, those tactical in order to grow revenue and to improve the conversion. So I'm happy to welcome Mr. Erwin. I will give you the mic. Are you here, Erwin?
Yeah, I'm here. Can everyone hear me
All
okay?
right. I will show you the slide. I will show you your slide. Let me do it. I was just checking that you are there. So this is the Singapore one. I will show you right after. But first of all, we go with Erwin from Chateau Whistler. Glad to have you on the call. I'll give you the mic.
Great. Thank you. Can everyone hear me okay? Thumbs up?
Yeah. Perfect.
Great. Well, good morning from Whistler, BC, and greetings from our collection of mountain resorts in Western Canada. Thank you, Ben, for allowing me the time to speak about our best practices when it comes to the All MPP program. So the All Meeting Planner program continues to make a big difference in building customer loyalty and helping our team win business, not only at the Chateau Whistler, but throughout the collection that we have in Western Canada here at for the Banff Springs, the Chateau Lake Louise, Jasper Park Lodge. So some wonderful resorts in our collection. I've summarized our tactics in 5 kind of themes that you see on screen, and hope that you'll find today's discussion helpful. So if you want to advance to the next slide. With the themes, starting with best practices and team-wide engagement, we really encourage our team to attend the all MPP update calls to ensure that they are up to date on everything. But in our region, we have 4 other hotels with leaders in similar positions as myself as a director of group sales. And because our team is based both on property and remotely, we need to ensure that communication is conducted on a regular basis. So the dogs, as we call them, will review these updates with each of their team members during the one-on-ones or a regularly scheduled call we have with the entire group called Coffee with Dogs. So we'll cover a variety of topics, all MPP being one of them. But in addition to team-wide engagement, it's really great for us to see the team also registered as an all member and using points when they are on personal stays. So we really encourage that. I think it really enables the team to experience the real life benefits of the program. Maximizing all MPP promotions. This is something that we look out for. We regularly leverage double points promotions when they're launched, but we'll also proactively use a tactic like this to target need periods at all our hotels. So we don't necessarily wait for double points to come along. We will, strategically target certain dates at each of the hotels that when it makes sense that we need extra, promotion, extra more business in that period. That's one of the tactics we'll leverage is the all points. When it comes to proactive engagement and enrollment, this is a really important part of the sales process for us. And, we have the benefits of the program. We start talking about that at the proposal stage. When we send out our proposals, when we respond to RFPs, there's always some sort of comment, highlight about the program. But as we go through the sales cycle, we'll also ensure that, when we get to that contract stage, all the signups, all that information is included in the contract. And so having multiple touch points throughout the sales cycle where we have opportunities to not only talk about the program, but to encourage them to sign up, talk about the benefits. And then once we get to the actual contract stage, there's a section in the contract that we encourage them, if they haven't signed up to be an MPP member yet, to do so that we can put their membership number into the contract.
That's a very interesting point. So at every stages of the contracting phase, we will remind about the program and the benefit and everything. We touch base every time on the contracting phases. It's interesting.
Mm-hmm. The bottom 2, seamless execution through collaboration. We talked about it earlier about the MPP champion and the importance of that champion at the hotel. And it is truly such a valid point. We've got a great champion at the hotel and a phenomenal support team of coordinators that play a huge role in this. So when the contracts do get signed, the team jumps into action from a turnover stage. Our champion will be alerted and will ensure that the all MPP number is the proper MPP number, not just the all number, but the MPP number is is included in that turnover. Once that number is reviewed, it'll save a lot of potential challenges down the line, because we sign these contracts, we have a 5-year booking window for, and this may, if you don't catch it now, someone will have to catch it later on. So we want to make sure that that is all correct going in. But also on the conference service side, conference services team is a huge part of the entire sales experience. And our conference service team is set up for success at that turnover stage when they know that the customer is expecting or is earning points on this program. So they're just prepared for the conversation or any questions that might come along, but just ensuring that they are in as part of the whole sales experience, and that part of the sales experience is important for us to ensure that the program is successful. And then the final point, finance and program optimization. This, to ensure that seamless experience right to the very end here, our communication includes, notes in the group resume that alerts our finance team that they will potentially need to process and award points once the bill is settled. So, the nice thing about, our operation is that our MPP champion is one of our office managers, sitting steps away from conference services and an equal number of steps away from finance. So that level of communication is always there. It's easy for anyone from finance to come over and ask questions about a certain customer, whether it be to conference services or the MPP champion. And our MPP champion is very committed and very engaged in the program.
That's a very good point. So your MPP champion is an office manager, and he can discuss with the finance or the sales team very easily, so that to make sure that the program is well done and until the crediting of points, because there is nothing more frustrated that when on the sales side you sign up some contract and then you get some complaint from the client because they didn't receive the point on time. So it's I like the way in terms of communication you efficiently drive this, and you have the meeting champion, the MPP champion, at the center of all those departments and discipline, in order to make sure the program is well applied everywhere. That's a very important point.
Yeah.
Thank
so
you
those
for
are
highlighting
some
that.
of our best practices that we deploy, not only at the Chateau Whistler, but as I mentioned, in our mountain region of hotels, because we've got a regional sales team that is responsible for selling all these other resorts.
Do you have a champion in each hotel, or do you have?
We do, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Very interesting.
I think Catherine has a question there. I see your hand raised.
Yes, thank you. Aloha,
please.
Erwin. Great to see you. I put it in the chat, but it's hard to present and read the chat. So who does in your region, who does the form? Right now, all of the salespeople in Hawaii have to do the form as part of their turnover with the contract, which is time consuming. So I'm just wondering if that office manager or the coordinators are filling out that initial form that goes with the contract and deposit.
Yeah, so the coordinators complete the form. It comes with the signed contract, and all the signed contracts are countersigned by each of the director of group sales. So in addition to the contract and the template for that we have just to review the document, we also have that all MPP form. And the other point I'll make about this is with that form, because there is a financial commitment that comes out of the sales expense budget, it's also another benefit to have our office manager be in charge of that, because then she actually helps organize the accruals, or will help us estimate what the payments are upcoming.
Great, thank you.
We have Natalie from Montebello also saying that the coordinators are the one completing and submitting the all MP form after the contract is signed. Okay. Yeah, so that's probably something we need to make sure that it's in place, that we have, a person assigned to do this specific task. All right. Thank you so much, Erwin. Anything you would
you're
like
welcome.
to add? Yeah, it's very helpful. I agree, and it's good to see how you guys are managing that operationally in the hotel. And what I would like also with this call is to make sure that you guys, whenever you feel free during the year, talk together. I know you do, but on particular sister properties, tactical usage, if you are not sure on how to implement something, how to use the Let's Make It campaign, for example. If you have any doubt, please feel free, please share. You can even put us in the loop. I think, Angela will be happy to answer. From my side, myself plus Gulia, any hotel, will be able also to assist you. I saw earlier in the call some, person in charge of MICE from Monte Carlo, reaching out to the Fairmont Singapore person, asking some few questions on, the process, how to maximize the way we manage this at hotel level. We know the program is not perfect yet. There are still some things to improve in the process. We address that to Paris and it's coming, but very valuable for all of you to share the best practices. Thank you for that, Erwin. It's super valuable. And make sure during the year, if you have any doubt, any small question, please feel free to reach out to us, to your sister properties, and make the best of this program. So yeah, thank you again. Anything you would like to add, Erwin, or we are fine?
No, we're fine. It's great
Okay.
seeing everyone, and thank you for the time. We look forward to everyone's visit to the mountain region.
Thank you. And you stay on the call in case we have some questions. Maybe you might be able to
Sure.
help. Just something I wanted to show you also on my screen. It was the presentation we had this morning from Fairmont Singapore. I will show you the slides. So we had the chance earlier today to have Melissa, Director of Sales, MICE, in the Fairmont Singapore. I told you one of the largest, or by far the #1 hotel of Accor when it comes to meeting planner revenue, including all the Accor brands. And it was also interesting. So she showed us the way. I will wrap it up. You will have the slide, but I will make it fast. But she showed us the way that, again, the program is owned at the property. Very key things, as Erwin mentioned. But to have a dedicated champion, I think it's key for any luxury brand like Fairmont and Raffles. Please make sure someone is assigned. It's really important. Owning the program, interacting with the different disciplines, as we just said, making sure all the process are followed. Very important. She was showing us also the way inside the hotel they are displaying on various support the brochure, the campaign, when it's close to the meeting room, when it's at the reception, in the lobby sometimes, on the elevator, on the TV screen next to the meeting room, different ways of advertising the program. When it comes to the engagement part, she was showing us how every time the meeting planner is around, the sales manager will inquire and will ask some key questions, systematically making sure we ask about if the client is an all meeting planner member, if he's considering organizing event in different destination, where, which venue he's considering, which budget he may have. So it's a win and win. It's for you to eventually get better or some new leads, client information, and again placing the program as something key when you engage with them. So very important. In terms of selling tips and recruitment, so again she showed us how in many proposal, site inspection, follow-up calls, she's trying to include information about the meeting planner program, QR code to register. So that's part of the client journey. At any phase of the contracting stage, she will try to highlight the program, and they are doing that amazingly at the Fairmont Singapore. One thing that I think, and I saw it on your best practice, Erwin, but I would like to show you a key example of this best practice. In the contracting strategies, Fairmont Singapore will always have a dedicated paragraph, a meeting planner section, where they will highlight the number of points that the client will be entitled to win. Every time they will highlight and they will put according to the revenue, the number of points that they might be entitled to win. So it's a way also to, of course, to trigger and to be attractive and to show the value of the program in a very smart way, because they include this paragraph directly in the proposal, in the contract. So same as you, Erwin, but again, some best practice that you can be follow in other hotel. Feel free to use that presentation. I will share it with everyone and pick up the best ideas around the world and use that at your hotel level. Voila. That's what I wanted to show you in terms of best practices. And please feel free to share the slide, cascade that to your team. Make sure this presentation, the recording, and the best practices are shared across your team, especially on the group and event department. Okay, Angela, back to you.
Thank you, Ben.
Up.
So we're going into how to promote Meeting Planner, and we did just talk about some of the best practices. And again, thank you, Erwin, so much for lending some of your insights. Of course, it's great to have a good knowledge of the program. Again, like we kind of alluded to, having the All-Star, which I believe is another coming slide as well. Train your staff. When available, have them complete the courses on the all campus and go through the toolkit, the sales toolkit that has things like the sell sheets, reference guides, things like that. So definitely check those out when you can. Mention all Meeting Planner on all quotes. So like Fairmont Singapore does, they have that paragraph right in the contract. And we do have a contract clause again in North America, but after seeing what Fairmont Singapore does, I think we're going to be making some edits to our contract clause because theirs is very, very good. Promote and advertise Meeting Planner on all relevant hotel areas. So again, like Fairmont Singapore, they have those displays in and around the hotel. If you have digital displays and you're not sure if you have creative, by all means, I know I'm for North America. However, if there are other regions or if I can help you in any other way, we do have some tools and visuals that you can use, and I can certainly help with for that. And yeah, just ensure that you also have the QR codes, your hotel enrollment QR codes available to you at all times and accessible for guests to be able to scan that enrollment QR code. So you also, as the hotel, gets credit for that enrollment. And really, Meeting Planner is essentially your sales tool to help sell your hotel. So some of the things, it helps speed up deals and closing deals by offering more points, even just above and beyond the standard offering of, €2 spent equals 1 reward point and 1 status point. Improve your sales close rate. Instead of offering that dollar amount in commission, offering it in points. And like I did mention with redemption, it really comes down to, even though it is points, redemption value in our hotels, it is essentially cash. You can go have dinner and drinks, charge it to your room, use those points later to redeem that off your bill. So kind of a really generous offering through the redemption. And do not hesitate to activate additional incentives. So double dipping in terms of, rewarding agencies in points rather than cash, and using tactical campaigns with bonus points to close even more deals. One of the things I always talk about in our region, and I believe it might be coming up as well, so I apologize if I'm repeating it, but I always instruct our hotels to always take advantage of courtesy points. That tool is there for you, if you want to offer an extra signing bonus, or let's say you have a meeting planner that does a lot of business with you and you really just want to maintain that relationship, you are more than welcome to give them extra courtesy points. As long as it's within your budget, you're absolutely welcome to do so. And the fees with meeting planners. So hotels are charged, and I did mention this earlier, €0.02 per point earned, which is only representative of approximately 1% of the loyalty fee. So it's quite a small fee when it compares to the revenue that this offering brings in. Benefit from marketing actions linked to offer. So for example, the Let's Make It campaign, the double points that is within that campaign is funded by Fairmont and Raffles. So you do not have to pay for those extra bonus points. So that's just another great way of kind of leaning on the program to help sell. And diversify your markets and industries. So increase the international flows. Among repeat guests, 55% are international travelers booking stays in multiple destinations. Attract guests who stay for various reasons. So 69% versus business only, which is 7%. Drive additional revenues. So the majority of planners who book a room block, 56%, it also books the F&B, so 17%. And in fact, I can only speak to North America, but I guarantee you in North America that 17% F&B is higher in our region. So again, it's just a great way of driving even more revenue and services through your hotel. An enrolling meeting planner. So through ACDC, it's very simple. You have a few ways of doing this here. So you can send an email invitation. So in the Enroll in All, you can see that there's a little section to input the email address. Once you click send, it'll send them an invitation to enroll in the program. You can also use the QR code. So that QR code that displays in your hotel, ACDC, is specific to your hotel, meaning anyone that scans that QR code or uses the link that's below that QR code, you'll actually receive credit for that enrollment, and that goes towards your yearly annual goals for enrollment. So by all means, always ensure you're using your hotel-specific enrollment.
And you have a tutorial video, of course, on the presentation if you would like to have a deeper look. There is a link with a tutorial video on how to enroll the member.
Exactly. And then through ACDC, it's quite simple, just going from there.
Yeah.
And to credit meeting planner points via hotel link, so very straightforward. You're going to click the top left-hand button. It's a little plus sign with a hamburger menu. On the right side, you click meeting planner and enter the PMID of the member you wish to post points. Once that section pulls up, you're going to want to first validate that you have the correct meeting planner on the left-hand side there with the meeting planner details. You're going to enter in the check-in and checkout dates of your event and or group room block, and then you're going to enter in the local currency amount in Hotel Link. Once you click submit, a confirmation message will pop up and you are good to go. Just one very quick thing I need to mention, with any of the bonus offers that are in market right now, it does not mean you have to double the amount that you input into Hotel Link. If the member has registered for the offer, the system will recognize that and then post the points afterwards. So again, just make sure you're inputting the end amount on the invoice into Hotel Link. And the champions roles. So we did speak about this, but
just to re-emphasize a bit, yes, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So sales expert, someone from sales, at least one person that has an ins and outs of the program, as well as having an all-star generally at the front office who can, kind of speak to the program at that level, and also who generally operates Hotel Link and ACDC. And some of the champion roles that come with being the champion: enrolling meeting planner members, knowing the ins and outs of enrollment, tracking the key performance indicators, so enrollments, revenue, crediting points in Hotel Link as well, promoting point usage, so knowing exactly what our points are worth and what they can redeem those points for, reconcile points transactions, so ensuring everyone from finance, front desk, sales are on the same page, and driving property meeting planner strategies. So knowing what works at your hotel, knowing what's in market, the offers are available to you, and just ensuring that everyone on the team, you're basically the person that everyone goes to on your team to answer questions if one of us aren't available.
Yeah, that's good, and that's very much in line with what Erwin was explaining when it comes to the role of the champion. Always good to remind it. And we will share again the deck so that you can share with all the team and take a bit more time on analyzing those decks, but very important, the champion role. Yes, make sure you assign someone in your hotel. So I will now, we are on time, just 5 minutes to go, but we can open the floor for question. Just for you to know, I will add to the deck some of the questions that were raised already and that are very common. So there will be like 2, 3, 4 slide with some Q&A that you may find interesting. And again, in terms of resources, just to remind you all that we have launched this year this sales operation toolkit. If you click on it, it will drive you to the latest version of it. But you have, as you know, for each tool and program, there is a dedicated page on the right section. So for the meeting planner, this will be obviously on the meeting and events section. And if you go to the program page, if you click on the link, it will send you to the SharePoint where you have, of course, all the presentation, the asset. I will put also the recording of the call. So everything is still linked to there in terms of resources and documents that you may need. And yeah, that's it. So I'll just check if we have any questions so far.
We had some questions in chat, which earlier on I was answering. And then I know Catherine had a question about AC/DC and Hotel Link, but I believe Becky answered
Okay.
on our behalf. So thank you, Becky.
So yeah, it was around just to make sure everyone saw it. Does everyone have access to AC/DC? So ADC leaks. So it's limited to 2 people. All right. So that's probably why it's important to have a champion, right? Because champion will be one of the one with an access.
Correct.
Okay.
If not,
Okay.
if not the champion, then it's generally if the front office manager isn't the champion, they're the ones that liaison with the champion.
And is it, for my knowledge, Angela and the team on the call, is it a technical limitation to have 2 people having this type of access in ACDC?
I believe they made a cap on how many people had manager access, just so that not as many people had the power to post points, and it gets a bit complicated, and
Okay, to make sure maybe the person in charge of that task is fully versed and have all the knowledge in order to do those tasks. Okay, I see the point.
Exactly.
But please feel free to again reach out to us or to Angela, or if you need to check who has access in your team. If you need to make sure the champion has a full access to ACDC, it's important. Yeah, good question.
And then
okay, let's see if there is any other question. So from Nicola, will we be able to get a 1-pager to send with proposal to help educate the client on the program and value, especially compared to the competition? So for the tactical campaign, the Let's Make It, you have some flyer. For the program itself, do we have that in our document, Angela, as a 1-pager?
So we have sell sheets and resources available to you. That slide that is in this presentation that speaks to the competitive programs, I think I will actually make a 1-pager from it, just because it's a very well outlined slide with the graphics. So as long as Ben doesn't mind, I would absolutely love to make that its own little reference.
If you do it, it can be nice, and I will share it in the SharePoint, in our meeting planner SharePoint. I will make the 1-pager document.
Perfect.
Thank you. Good question, Nicola. Simon, how do you best explain to a customer the relative value of meeting planner point versus the competition? I think you can use the slide. I don't know if you are already on the call, but the slide that explain the point versus the competition and the value of those points and the calculation when it comes to the percentage of generosity. I think it's a very talkative slide. If you see that, you show that to any customer, telling them it's not about the number of points that could be misleading. Yes, I get 100,000 points from my IAT, but actually the value of those points and the generosity is much higher in Accor. So I think that slide can be used totally as a kind of messaging and conversion to client when it comes to demonstrating the value of the program. Did I respond well, Angela, or do you want to add anything on that? It's fine.
No, that's good.
So Fanny, so only two people per team can have access to the hotel link to credit point. It's the same for ACDC and hotel link.
I know multiple people can have access to the systems, but I believe to post points you need manager access, and manager access is only available to, I believe, up to 2.
Just for you to know, and it's a good question because as much as we are trying to simplify the process, I'm telling you we will remove the step where in the future in September where people need to register to meeting planner again. But I know that they are also working on at some point kind of removing hotel link to use ACDC as a unique platform for all those topics. So again, the process will become even better and smoother in the coming months. But that's a good question. Can we get access just to look up members, numbers, and enrollment? So is it possible to have just a view access?
Yes. So I would recommend ACDC. You can just have, I'm not sure if it's called viewer access or what exactly it's called, but yes, you can absolutely.
Okay. Thank you, Catherine, for your question. Oh, it was actually replied by Natalie already. All right.
Oh, thank you, Natalie.
Thank you, Natalie. Brooke, the cell sheet folder on the MP Teams page say coming soon.
So this is, I apologize for interrupting, Ben. That's specific to our North American folder. We have a North America's meeting planner section as well. I was told recently our cell sheet image was expired, so I'm working on getting that switched out. Coming very, very soon, I promise. Sorry about that, Brooke.
Okay, so as soon as it's ready, again, I will post it on my, Fairmont and Raffles SharePoint meeting planner section, available to everyone. All right. Good. Did we miss any question? Does anyone want to take the mic and ask something? I mean, again, I will send you the recording of the session. I will send you the presentation, all links, SharePoint, the assets. We will also highlight the key contact if you need when it comes to meeting planner support, obviously Angela for the NCA part. What's your exact scope, Angela? You are able to support the full America? Is it North and South?
North America specifically, and luxury in Mexico. So
Okay.
Central
Okay,
America.
just so
Yeah.
that we know I phrase it correctly. So
And
Angela,
Fairmont Rio as well.
yeah, because I'm thinking about Fairmont Rio. Okay.
Yes.
So so then for Fairmont and Raffles, basically the full NCA scope can be fully supported by you. We have Gulia for MIAPAC, and we have also one person for the UK. I will mention it's Guillaume Berto. I will mention everything in the email so that you are fully versed on all information related to the program. So thank you, everyone. It was great to have you, full globe, full worldwide map of the hotel. Feel free to take the mic if you have a last question, or write it down in the chat, unless we are good. Yeah, thank you, Catherine. This is one of the most global meeting I've done. From Hawaii to Maca to London. It was nice.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you so much for your efforts and everyone else. It's so nice to meet everyone in the company.
Thank you, Annie.
As well.
Fully agree, and we will try to to create this sense of community even more with our newsletter, with the sales operation toolkit, with the Blitz coming in May, with all this sales operation initiative. We really try to strengthen the link when it comes to the Fairmont and Raffles sales family. Thank you, everyone, and thank you, Erwin. Great presentation. Was super to have you. Thank you, guys. Thank you everyone for your nice comments. Have a nice evening or rest of the day. Thank you, Angela, for presenting with me.
My pleasure.
And I will stop the recording. Thank you, everyone. Pleasure.
Thank you.